So in this video, I'm going to take a look at Sharon Van Etten's new song, Afterlife, with the very talented Devra Hoff on bass. And yeah, this song just came out recently. It's a single from the new album that's coming out soon. And thought there's some fun bass lines going on this one. And I know a lot of my videos, I'll just, post myself playing along with the whole song. And a lot of people ask for tabs and things like that. And I know I always feel bad when that happens because I don't really make tabs for the videos. It just gets really time consuming, and I don't know. I even have tab programs and everything on the computer, and I've tried a couple times, and I think I've mentioned this in another video before too, but I'll open up the program and get like a few bars into tabbing a song, and my mind just goes blank and I can't keep going with it. So so instead of doing that, instead of doing tabs for this, I'm just going to play the song and kind of talk it through. So for this one, I've listened to the song a few times. Well, more than a few times. It's been on repeat for a while. But I haven't actually played bass along with it. So I don't know what key it's in yet. Don't know anything other than like being a little familiar with the melody and the like bass lines. But I don't know like exactly what the chord progression is for all this. So I'm going to kind of just be learning it as you're watching and to kind of walking through. I feel like that's almost more informative than just following along with a tab, is just seeing the process of kind of how I learn songs like this on here, and let you see how I do it, mistakes and all, because I'm sure I'll mess some of this up. But yeah, let's just get into it. So the intro goes on for a little bit too before the bass comes in, but I'll try to be playing along just to figure out what key it's in. So there's a D. Let's do a B. That was quick. So it sounds like it's in the key of D major maybe, and I'll play a bit of the D major scale along to just make sure that it sounds like all those notes work pretty well. So far it sounds like the verse kind of parts are D to B minor. And then there's that. This is the tricky part on this song too that I wanted to try to figure out, because there's a lower bass note, some root notes playing, and then there's that higher kind of melody line. And I wanted to try to figure out if that's something that, if Devra was playing that all at the same time, or if that's a couple different tracks. And it kind of feels like you could probably do it together. So So it'd be playing. I'll try to play along a little bit more with it. But that part was on the verse, and then the chorus kind of refrain sounds like it goes to G major, A, and then B minor. So on bass you just play with G, A, B, and I think there's a D in there as well. Let's keep going. So E, A, B, G, A. Yeah, so that's it. It's a little tricky if it is played all at the same time. So that melody kind of line. It sounds like it goes on the starts on the and on the upbeat. And it's starting on the D note up here. And it's just going up the scale a couple notes. So D, E, F sharp. And then back down. And then C sharp, B, C sharp, B, C sharp, D. But there's that going on with the bass notes. That feels like maybe doable, yeah, together. Uh, you could probably even, it's hard to tell because there's a nice amount of attack on there. I'd almost like to play this with a pick, but it is easier for me to play thumb and finger, so you don't have to skip. A little easier to skip strings there, while keeping the bass note going and trying not to take that off or mute it. Cool. I might try. Let's do that one more time. Just D.
To be someone else. Will you see me in the afterlife? Will you tell me what you think it's like? Come and tell me it'll be alright. Will I see you in the afterlife? Someone inside me saved me, made me see the light. Someone had to make it feel alright. All these expectations turn me inside out, and now I find I wanna see you in the afterlife. Want you to tell me what you think it's like. Come and tell me it'll be alright. Do what I'm doing, I'll be just fine. Someone inside me saved me, made me see the light. Someone had to make it feel alright. Don't you try to save me. Tell me I'll be fine. Do what I like. Will you see me in the afterlife? Will you tell me it'll be alright?
So this is where I thought maybe it's not played at the same time. So the first time through that chorus, when it drops into the G, there's still a high. You can hear that interval or that stretch. So it's a G note, but then with a D, so a higher fifth on top. And if you're playing that way down here, that is quite the stretch. It gets a little more doable the higher you go. I can't really reach that one. So if you did something like, but it could be possible. I don't know. If you went to that note first instead of this low G. Very cool. So key of D, D major. Yeah, love the synth parts and everything going on in there. Yeah, it sounds like that's what the bass is doing to me. I could be off, but it's fun to play. Yeah, it's kind of tricky. It's a little tricky to play if those are at the same time, but it's a nice, like, simple in a, like, a, it's not too complicated, but it's really catchy, and just like kind of that part comes in and kind of makes the song, so it's awesome. Yeah, and some fun harmonies. Like, it's not often you hear those kind of, and I'm really hoping it is the bass all playing that at the same time, but yeah, you don't hear a lot of like bass kind of chord, holding down the low notes and playing a melody, a nice, like, pretty melody like that over the top. So yeah, cool. Thanks for watching. Hopefully that was kind of helpful, or you enjoyed it in some way, shape, or form. And yeah, hope you stick around for more.